I'm Veronica Vance. Coming up, we head to Greenfield Village for a turn-of-the-century Halloween. Experience living history at the Wolcott Mill Civil War Re-enactment. And then we hang tight with the Detroit Derby Girls, so stay tuned.
Production funding for this program was made possible by the Detroit Metro Convention and Visitors Bureau, driving tourism growth in Metro Detroit since 1896. More information is available at visitdetroit.com.
Ghosts and ghouls and goblins, oh my, it's Halloween in Greenfield Village.
What we're able to do is sort of draw upon the early 20th century expression of Halloween, if you will, and we use that in the experience as you make your way through the village.
So coming here and you're actually trick-or-treating, you said that's a newer concept, but are the treats like something you'd find from bygone era?
Yes, we try to sort of go with those sort of themes. We actually are fortunate to have a lot of sponsors that help us out in supplying treats for us, but they're a combination of edibles and fun toys and things like that. We have 11 treat stations that go out throughout the village, including Halloween-themed Beanie Babies, which are a lot of fun for everyone.
So you come through, and what is it? You kind of come in shifts and you walk through the village. Explain to me how it works.
We have actually timed entry, if you will, so every half hour starting at 6:30 for the little ones, and then all the way on Saturdays and Fridays and Saturdays till 9 o'clock, and then on Sundays at 8 o'clock. And every half hour a group comes in and they just sort of make their way at their own pace through the path. They can stop along the way, take photographs, there's places to eat, things to see. You know, if you do it quickly, it's, you know, about a 45-minute to an hour walk. If you take your time, you could be here all evening.
Well, I think the ghouls and goblins are awaiting me.
Yeah, I hear them calling over there.
Thank you, Jim.
All right, thank you.
They're letting someone out. I don't know who.
We're not afraid of him, are we, folks?
No!
We smack him upside the shins. He's as harmless as an itty-bitty little kitty. Hello.
What is it you want with me?
We'd like to ask you what kind of experiment you're working on.
He's 7 feet tall. Long teeth like a saber-toothed cat. Would you like to meet him?
No! I think they're gonna. Frankenstein has escaped.
Yes! To the bridge! To the bridge! To the bridge!
I don't know. Should I go through the bridge? I'm a little afraid. I'm gonna go. I'm looking for the trolls that live below the bridge. I can't see anything. I can't see where I'm going. Ooh. More trolls down below. Look out for the trolls. We made it. So, what do you think about Halloween in Greenfield Village?
It's boo-rific.
Boo-rific. I think you've coined the key phrase.
Yeah.
This is our first time here, and we'll come back again.
Well, you guys came out in full costume. You look adorable.
Thanks.
And moo. Are you enjoying it too, little one?
You think so?
So happy Halloween to the Queen of the Ball.
Oh, thank you.
Well, this is gorgeous. I love your outfit.
Well, thank you. I am the Spider Queen.
The Spider Queen.
So I am adorned with spiders from head to toe.
Oh, maybe I don't love your outfit then. I didn't see it in the darkness. Oh. I'm glad she doesn't live in my house. This is kind of creepy. She's up there haunting this house. The whole trail is lit up with 850 jack-o'-lanterns, so you'll be okay as long as you stay on the trail. And who did we put to rest here?
James Johnson, old boss.
Stressful life escapes no man. Okay, well, I think I'm going to let you be.
Oh, come on. Ain't that ugly? I might need a shower, but come on. Hey, it's a great place for a picnic.
And if you want a good ghost story, it smells like a campfire and they're all sitting around listening.
When they reached the middle of the woods, the father built them a fire so they wouldn't freeze. And then the stepmother said, "Lie here by the fire and rest."
Well, so what do you think about Halloween in Greenfield Village?
Great, it's my first year.
Well, I love your costume.
Thanks.
Yeah, I wish I had worn my witch's suit.
You got a witch suit?
I do.
Come right on into Sleepy Hollow Forest.
Sleepy Hollow Forest. Sleepy Hollow Forest.
Ichabod Crane and the Headless Horseman.
Where are we? I saw something. Got the Headless Horseman here. Hold on to your heads. You don't want to be pointed at by that sword. At the end of the trail, you can stop in Liberty Craft Works, warm up. They've got some popcorn and they've got some little goodies, knickknacks, and things to remember your time here at Halloween in Greenfield Village. What did you guys think of the Halloween at Greenfield Village?
Oh, it was wonderful, more than we expected.
It was wonderful. It was our first time here, and everyone that I told I was bringing my grandchildren said, "Oh my gosh, you're just going to love it, and it's going to become an instant family tradition," and they were right.
Well, it was really more about treats than tricks, because Halloween in Greenfield Village isn't about being spooky and scaring you, but it's about seeing the village in a way you've never seen it before. And the best part was almost everybody came out in full costume. So weekends in October, we'll see you at Halloween in Greenfield Village. Metro Detroit has 13 Metro Parks, but 2 of them are in Macomb County. We've got Stony Creek Metro Park, which has tons of great trails for biking, hiking, beautiful trees for the fall colors. Then we've got Wolcott Mill Metropark, which is in Ray Township. That's comprised of 2 areas. We've got the Farm Center, where in the fall you can go out on a hayride, pick pumpkins. They've got a real live working farm there. And then we've got the Grist Historic Mill, where they have lots of activities going on throughout the fall and throughout every weekend actually, but we're here this weekend for a Civil War reenactment. It happens every year in the fall, and it's a great time to be at. So let's go check it out.
It's a great time, one of our biggest events. And we usually have about 400 or 500 reenactors come out here.
Wow.
And people do enjoy it. A lot of great things going on all the time here. People get to see some demonstrations of the musket firing, cannon firing. We have a lot of crafts that are going on. They demonstrate things that would have been done at that time of the year.
Well, Bill, this looks like an adventurous place, and I'm going to go take a look around.
Okay, well, I hope you come back again, because we have a lot of things going on here, and we're the best kept secret in the Metro Parks.
So Dave, you're kind of in charge of this whole event here, and we're standing out here in the middle of the park. What camp are we in?
We have now entered the federal camp. This weekend, the Federals are reenacting the 4th Michigan Infantry Regiment. What we're doing is we're portraying the 4th Michigan and their actions in and around Shepherdstown, West Virginia. Basically what you're seeing here, and if you look over in the camp, the individuals who are reenacting this have actually reproduced the original uniforms that the 4th Michigan Infantry wore, would have been in September of 1862.
This is actually what they wore?
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about your uniform then?
My sack coat is a standard federal issue sack coat, blue wool. It is lined. Some are not. They're not as hot as people think they are. Trousers also standard federal issue. Early in the war, the 4th Michigan wore dark trousers. The hat is unique. It's called a Canada hat. Many of the men wearing this style of hat.
I'd like to show you the regimentals of the 4th Michigan Infantry. Now the 4th Michigan Reenactment Group purchased an original blank that was left over from the Civil War, and they actually hand painted what the words and the pictures were on the original flag.
Touching a piece of history.
Oh yeah. Yes, it's unbelievable. The interesting thing about today was we literally had crowds following us as we moved in and out of the different battlefield scenarios that we were participating in today.
So visitors get to get up close and personal even during the battles and
absolutely.
The fighting?
They're always welcome in the camps. They're always welcome in the civilian areas. Anyone here is more than happy to explain their portion of the history that we're portraying here this weekend.
So what are we standing in here?
This would be an exact replica of a Civil War field hospital. This particular one is a Confederate hospital, and it's here in support of the sponsoring company here, which is the 4th Texas Infantry.
Okay.
All of the equipment that you see around here is authentic, or it's an authentic reproduction of the tools the physicians would have used during the war.
Well, so now, Dave, we're in the area called Sisters of the Union. So what does this mean? What was their role?
The Sisters of the Union, what this group of reenactors does is they authentically cook, authentically sew, they dye yarn. You'll notice that there's an authentic bathhouse here. And what they do is they teach the history of what life was like in the 19th century and the different skills that they had. One of the nice things about coming out here is you can go to a museum and look at different things, but when you come out here, you actually get to see how it was done with people that are doing it.
You need to get back to camp,
Yes.
and we are in the civilian area, and you're
Absolutely. And I'm going to turn you over to a good friend of mine, John. They're all yours.
Okay.
And I got to go. I got to take care of some things for this evening in the candlelight tour that starts at 7 o'clock.
Well, as Dave said, we're in the civilian area. So what exactly does that mean?
Well, this would be representative of the civilian refugees from the war and during the Civil War. They would a lot of times would follow the camps and travel with them. They would acquire military tents, and they'll set up the different camps, showing what civilian life on the road as a refugee would represent. Everybody loves to ask, is that a real fire? Yes, it's a real fire. Are you really cooking there? Yes. And yes, they really sleep in the tents.
So
They're playing the game Graces.
It's called Graces.
Graces.
It's a children's game. And the one child with the hoop is going to take their sticks and propel it to the other, and I'm going to have you just stand just a little. I'll move back.
And you need to catch it.
So I need to catch it with my sticks. Oh, not bad. Okay.
What another example of some of the period games that the kids can come out when they visit the park and they visit the reenactment that they're playing. It's kind of like a similar Jenga game there. You stack the bricks and you have some more Graces rings there.
The characters say, come on, and become part of it. And you're learning and you don't even realize it.
Exactly.
You're learning history.
Good point. Well, here's another good example of the kids when they come out to play. They can build their own forts and they can hold off the enemy troops as long as they're able.
Have fun.
And then we have a good example here of our cavalry camp where troops from throughout the state of Michigan will come and they'll bring their horses. And a lot of kids love to see the horses too. It's a lot of fun.
Well, John, thank you so much for showing me the civilian life.
Well, I appreciate you coming by. Hope you guys had a good time. Make sure you get back out and walk around and see as much as you can.
Oh, I'm so excited.
As we did in the 1860s. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Here we've got a great example of how the whole family gets involved. They're all cooking together. I mean, because there's no TV or anything, video games to distract them, and they're just spending quality time together. So what is your role in all of this?
My name is Miss Simply Delicious, and I run the Wild Rose, which is a saloon, and we encourage people to come and visit us in the evening. My husband Rick is the sheriff.
Oh, the sheriff of the town, and
Yes.
your grandchildren are even here.
They're here to visit us. Yes, it's Troy and Blake, and they're here to enjoy.
Well, the Civil War reenactment gives you an idea of what life was like in the 1860s, and the Metro Parks give you an opportunity to get out and explore nature. There are plenty of things to see and do in Metro Detroit this month, and our calendar of events is up next to point you in the right direction. Take the creepy tour of Detroit on board a Segway, and Disney on Ice presents Rockin' Ever After at the Palace. The Haunting of Hill House spooks Meadowbrook Theater, and the campy comedy Evil Dead the Musical is at City Theater. Head to the Fisher for the glitzy comedy starring George Hamilton, then to the Detroit Zoo for their family-friendly Zoo Boo. Dress up for Greenfield Village's turn-of-the-century Halloween. Then it's the Great Glass Pumpkin Fest at the Glass Academy. The Lego Kid Fest will offer tons of energetic creative fun, and The Barber of Seville is one of opera's most cherished comedies. Experience living history at the Civil War Skirmish. Then run, volunteer for, or watch the Detroit Free Press Marathon. Get ready for Chrysler Museum's Family Fun Trunk or Treat. Then explore the Masonics' other side with a psychic medium. To learn of any changes, log on to visitdetroit.com or call 1-800-DETROIT. The Masonic Temple at a real live roller derby. I'm watching the Detroit Derby girls, and they are jamming to sell-out crowds, and this place is just roaring with excitement. How many girls are on a team?
Usually between 14 and 17 or 18.
14 and 17. Now, how many are out on the rink at once?
10. There's 4 blockers and 1 jammer on each side.
You girls out there getting hurt?
Well, it's full contact.
Okay.
So it's similar to hockey. It's not staged like wrestling. So you can have full body contact from your shoulder to your elbow, and then your entire hip, and most of the side of your body is there. What you won't see, or you'll see get called as penalties, are back blocks, right? So there's no frontward to backward movement of me shoving an opponent in the back, or obviously tripping. The dangerous things, and that's why the elbows, obviously we don't elbow to the face, high blocking with the head, stuff like that. Those are things that you'll see get called as a penalty. We have 7 referees out on the track at one time during the game, all watching different people in different packs, or the jammer, the person that's scoring, different things. So you'll see them whistle, blow them off. They go to the penalty box for 1 minute. And if you continue to go to the box for 7 turns, you're ejected. You don't get to skate the game anymore.
Now, have you ever had any injuries yourself?
I did. I actually broke my ankle about a 1.5 years ago, and then ended up in the hospital for 6 days with blood clots in both lungs. So I was that was not good.
But you're back for more.
I'm back for more.
Yeah. How many teams are there in Detroit?
We have 5 league teams. Then we also have 3 pretty much all-star teams. Our A team plays pretty much all around the country. They're nationally ranked. Every year, there's the regional tournament, and that's pretty much the entire Midwest. The top 3 will go play in the national tournament. Then we also have a JV team, which will play a 5-6 hour drive, like Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Indianapolis, cities like that. Then we also have a sea-level team, which is kind of for the newer girls, and they'll play a couple-hour drive, Grand Rapids, Flint, Lansing.
We have the lovely Muffy Mafioso. I love your name. So tell me what inspired you to become a Detroit Derby girl?
Well, it was a long time ago. This is my 4th season, and I'm a librarian. I work for Detroit Public Library, and I came with a librarian friend. I knew I had to sign up, so I did. I signed up. I went to boot camp. I got drafted, and it's been that way for the past 4 seasons.
What is this boot camp I'm hearing about?
Well, now how we do it, we have a weekend course called Derby U, and it's 2 days. You kind of learn a little bit more about the league, you learn some basic skating and kind of get a feel for what it's all about. So once you complete that, then you can try out. Tryouts basic skating skills, and then from there you're in an 8 to 12 week boot camp program and you're deemed fresh meat. And then you are re-skills tested with your Derby skills, and you become a rookie, and you're drafted to a home team. We do Derby U twice a year, and then we hold our official tryouts in the summertime around July-ish.
I'm going to tell you what else really adds to the fun is hearing the announcer announce these crazy names. We've got Vicious Vixen, Real Lousefly, Mean Josie Gree. It just adds to the excitement.
Looks like we've got a major call on to Dizzy Divine there. Racer McChaser makes her way out of the back. She picks up 5 more points for the Grand Prix Madonnas.
Where do you come up with your names?
Usually there's just a general list when new girls join. Yeah. And there'll be some just ones floating out there that if somebody can't think of one, they come up with that. A lot of them are related to people's jobs or have their own name in it. Jen and Tonic, obviously her real name is Jen, so she just went with Jen and Tonic and made a little twist on it.
My Derby name is Formosa Fury, and it's actually because my family's from Taiwan, so that's the former name of Taiwan. My brother actually came up with it. One day my brother and his wife were very bored, I think, and they came up with about 15 different names of everything under the sun. And so that's the one I actually chose.
And they've got halftime entertainment too. Picked up a notch. Is everything else here?
One of my friends that I grew up with, we moved up here for graduate school from Georgia, and she got into it, and I just started following it ever since. I'm hooked. I mean, yeah, the WNBA, but they can't hold a candle to women's roller derby. It's just amazing.
I didn't know it was so family and friendly, and really kind of awesome. It's a good time, and I'm enjoying myself a lot.
What brought you guys down here to the boat?
Racer.
Racer, she's good.
Racer.
You're
Racer.
her fan. You're fan.
We're her favorite fans. She can control herself. She's in charge, and she knows how to work with everybody.
She's very good. She just got 1,000 points. So she got you guys hooked on the sport in general?
Absolutely. If I was 20 years younger, I'd be out there myself.
Out of the 40, 32 of the women are college-educated, professional women, and there's doctors and lawyers. Racer's a lawyer. I love it.
So we have about is considered 2 30-minute halves, and then we'll have intermission usually at halftime entertainment. So in those 30-minute periods, there's what's called a 2-minute jam. It can go for a maximum of 2 minutes. What will happen is there will be 4 blockers from each team that start up here by this line. Back about 20, 30 feet is the jammer line. There will be a jammer with a star panty on the side of their helmet, 1 from each team. The whistles will go and start the game, start that particular jam, and the whole point is to get your jammer through, simultaneously stopping the other jammer. So I'm purple. I will all day today be trying to help the purple jammer and stop the black and orange jammer. Okay? So once the jammers break through the pack for the first time, every time after that they pass an opponent, they get a point. Team with the most points wins.
To actually compete in front of so many people is actually really quite amazing. It's thrilling, it's nerve-wracking. I feel like I'm going to throw up every single time. I've been doing this for 3 years. I still feel like I'm going to throw up, but it's in the long run, it's actually a lot of fun.
So are you guys all friends outside of this, even though you're competing teams?
They are like the coolest girls I've ever met in my life. You know, like just we're all different. Like I said, I'm a librarian. There's a doctor on my team. There's housewives. There's just like all different kinds of girls, but something about them is like different than anybody else, and it just brings you all together, and you just have this camaraderie. So so right now I hate the Grand Prix Madonnas, but I'm gonna do my best to slaughter them. But after the game, we're all friends.
You're all friends. Go and have a drink together.
Yeah, totally.
Now they're signing autographs for the fans, big and small. If you're looking for a cool, hip, yet totally friendly night out, you've got to come to the Masonic Temple and watch the Detroit Derby Girls strut their stuff. Well, that's our show. Thanks for watching. I'm Veronica Vance. And remember, if you'd like more information on any of the places we visited, log on to visitdetroit.com. So until I see you next time, go out and explore on your own and discover the D. To learn about discounts and special offers for featured attractions, plus how to get copies of Visit Detroit magazine, click on visitdetroit.com.
Production funding for this program was made possible by the Detroit Metro Convention and Visitors Bureau, driving tourism growth in Metro Detroit since 1896. More information is available at visitdetroit.com.